G'day, I'm Kama.
And I'm Blowy.
It's the Kama and Blowy Show.
Kama and Blowy, Kama and Blowy, walking and talking. Kama and Blowy, Kama and Blowy.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Kama and Blowy Show. And as it was brought to our attention that we are not walking and we are not, well, we are talking, but we're not walking and talking.
We're talking in Kama and Blowy.
And watching videos, Kama and Blowy.
Yeah.
So thank you, David Biller, for picking up on that one. And we appreciate all the comments that everyone left on YouTube and Facebook. And you can view this on our YouTube channel with all the others that we've put on there, or you can view it on Facebook, or come and see us on Twitter or Instagram. But Kama, would you like to explain what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, so a long time ago, you and I had a plan to ride the entire length of Japan on some very unsuitable bicycles, but we never actually get a chance to do this together because we weren't in the same country for long enough. We weren't in Japan for long enough with spare time. And so we did have a chance about 4 years ago where we'd have about 3 or 4 days to play with. So we said, let's do something fun with these bikes. And I said, let's go up and explore the tsunami kind of affected areas. And you said, no, you've already been up there. Let's do something new. And you suggested we ride around Mt Fuji. And the moment I heard that, I said, yeah, this is a great idea. And so, yeah, basically what we did, we both filmed bits of it. And then at the end, we pulled all our vision and we said, let's go back and we'll each make an edit of it. And then we upload them without having seen each other's until they're published. So this video we're going to watch today is actually a compilation of your edit and my edits. Yeah. And I've kind of, go between the two. And I remembered as well, there's one spot where I forgot to mark it as my edit. So I'll have to make a point to say that.
Cool. And we'll put in the comments below, you can click on, it'll have my edit and Kama's edit, so you can go watch them in your own time. But we didn't want to bore you by playing them both, so here we go. Let's start. I'm just going to start, Kama, with a little bit of audio, and then we'll go.
This is a story about riding ridiculously unsuitable bicycles around a big famous volcano. Fuji, 2017. But it's also a story about brotherhood. I have one brother.
My name's Joe Stewart. I'm Kama's brother.
He's known me all his life and we've shared many adventures. We decided it was time for a new adventure. The basic deal was this. We'd meet in Japan, get used mamacharis. Mamachari? It literally means mother's bike and it's a Japanese icon. So we'd ride them anti-clockwise around Mt Fuji, film along the way, recording, and then each cut and edit from our pooled vision. But that's Mt Fuji behind us, and we just rode around it in 2 days on mamacharis. This is my edit.
I'm here at Akihabara Station.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here at Akihabara Station, about to meet Dave. So I turned the volume down now, but you can see that our intros are completely different there, and I thought that was pretty cool. We had because I come from a graphic designer type of background, and Kama comes from a journalistic background, and you can see our styles coming out in that intro.
And this is mine now, actually. We've actually gone from the intro. But it's kind of interesting because basically once we got past the intros, they ran pretty similar. But I mean, it's not really that surprising because, actually, no, this is still your intro, sorry.
Still my intro.
It is, yeah. That's right, because you have that little section where we meet in the middle of your intro.
Okay, yeah.
And that was a very rare view of Mount Fuji because it was basically cloudy for the whole time. So we didn't even really get to see Mount Fuji.
No. And so we took that when we were having breakfast and we are just about to start our
Okay,
journey.
here, this is mine. This is back to my video now.
Back to cameras. Okay.
And you'll know they're mine because I put subtitles on them for, I wanted them for basically, it's good for the algorithm, and lots of people on social media, not just YouTube, I'm talking about Facebook, will watch without actually sound on. So it's important if you want to keep them engaged to let them know what's happening. So that's why. And you'll see the colors are different. My uncle, he thought that I was giving Joe a hard time by giving him the pink subtitles. It's his Uncle Ian. But actually, the reason I gave it was because Joe chose the red bike and I wanted the color that looked similar to Joe's bike. And mine was the blue bike, so I got the blue subtitles. That was all there was to it.
I see.
This is one of my favorite parts here as well. I censored this because it's very secure information. What if someone else went and unlocked one of these bikes and stole it? The 4-digit code would be known on the internet forever. So Joe did not, I noticed, didn't censor that.
No.
Do you want to explain that joke quickly? Just press pause for a second.
Oh, I'll try not to pause it too much, but
Yeah.
I was in Australia. I'm sure lots of other cultures as well share this same joke, but I said that the red bike was faster, basically, because red's faster, and it just didn't translate. And he said, "No, it's not fast. They're exactly the same. These two bikes." And I tried to push it a few times, and he just goes. It just glazed over him. So it was pretty funny because he didn't get it. But yeah, these were our bikes, and I had a lot of gear because this was all my gear that I had when I came to Japan, and Kama had somewhere to store his gear.
Back to Blowy's edit.
Yeah, this is back to my edit, and
This is up when we just start the ride.
we're all excited at the moment and happy and doing stupid
Look
stuff.
at your legs move.
Yeah.
You don't move with that kind of same kind of.
Velocity.
No, and we got out of the main bit of the town, and it was just basically just climbing and climbing and climbing, and it never stopped.
And you can see Mt Fuji over there on
Yeah.
the left. But yeah, it was just this ridiculousness forever.
Yeah, I just remember getting to a point. I think we probably put it up here where we go to the vending machines or something. But I'd expected us to have done 30 Ks or something, and it was like a third of that or something. But just because it was uphill, it just felt that extra far.
Yeah, and
And you're wearing jeans. I can't believe you wore jeans.
yeah, that was a big rookie error. I'm making a comment about that now, that it wasn't the best choice in attire.
No.
It was really hot.
Yeah. It was late, and what's actually interesting is today is the 4-year anniversary, and that was just. I mean, maybe we subconsciously knew this was the case, but I only found that out today after we'd already organised this.
Yeah, I saw that tweet, and I didn't realise it was just good timing, I guess.
Yeah. So the second day. This is still the first day, but yeah, the second day is 4 years. Here you go. Here I'm talking about how I thought.
Yeah.
And this was tough to get this vision of both of us. Well, you'll notice that we're not really in two shots together, because we basically would, unless someone's in the background of a selfie shot.
And this was all done on iPhone 6s. Dave and I both had iPhone 6 and a GoPro. I had a GoPro 3.
Yeah.
And
that little mirrorless.
I
Nikon.
had a little an old V1 Nikon.
And I just made I was basically, somehow I got the task of being navigator. And that was one of my first mistakes that I made. We went a fair bit off course, and we said, nah, this doesn't look right. So we just gone up this steep hill. So we got a little bit of downhill, but we also wasted a bit of energy getting up there.
Yeah.
And that became a bit of a theme, you ribbing me about all these mistakes I was making.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, this was where we had lunch on the first day, and we were so hungry, and we were fanging for some lunch. And in the country, like out here, if you miss the window, they're only open for like a couple of hours at lunch, and then next time's dinner. And if you don't make it in that window, you're stuffed. So, what did you think about that food, Kama? Honestly,
I just remember them not being so friendly. That's what I remember most out of that.
yeah,
Like normally most places are, and especially when you're doing something fun like we're doing, they're like, "Oh, you ride on Mount Fuji on Mamachari? That's amazing." But and it wasn't even just like they were just on their business, because I could see them like they were often standing around and stuff, but they just weren't interested in chatting with us.
and they seem to be serving the locals before us as well,
Yeah,
attending to their needs. And we were so hungry, they're just taking a long time. We kind of had to get back on our bike so we'd make it in time, because we had a pretty tight schedule. This is probably my favourite shot. This one, the green field. We're like, we have to go play out there, and we
But this
played
is not
these chase
actually-
scenes.
it's not part of the actual scene either. Like it's not actually part of the circuit. This is kind of off course a little bit.
What do you mean?
Well, like this wasn't. We didn't ride through there. We kind of spotted that.
No, I was on the
from
opposite
distance
side of
and
the road. Yeah,
Offices.
but we did
Yeah.
it for comedic value.
Yeah, and you said to hold up like your bike above your head, but because I had some soft tissue damage done during a skating accident about 3 months before that, I couldn't actually bring my shoulder up very far, so I said no. And even doing that cartwheel was a huge thing for me at the time. But yeah, 20 kilometers to go, and most of that was uphill, wasn't it?
Yeah, and those shots that you see, just like the one before where we got the sign, like this one as well, you got to get off your bike and you actually have to get the cameras out and you have to set up a shot, and you have to get the other person to go backwards and then go forwards again, and it's just toilet break. This was good, this snack. I think we had a little bit to eat and some drinks, but
and we saw those other guys there on the proper touring bikes.
That's right, yeah.
And we start chatting to them later up the hill.
Yeah.
And they're a good example of people who are just surprised, like, what the hell are you doing this on Mamacharis?
Yeah, like it was
these bikes are not made for that, are they?
No,
they're made for local shopping tricks.
So they got 3 gears, and they're quite modest gears. They don't really.
But imagine if we didn't have those 3 gears.
If it was on a fixie, it wouldn't be fun.
Like,
especially going up the hill, you need to use the lowest gear because it was so much climbing and it was so steep. So
yeah.
And I had the big rack with all my clothes and everything, my whole life on the back there. And there was an accident.
So the prang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we are talking to the cyclists.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a bit older, that guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was quite friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was our last downhill section of the day before we went into the Yamanoko.
Yeah, the big lake. And you can see it's a bit unfortunate that we did have these old shit cameras because the low light's not very good, but you get the picture.
Yeah. I remember that feeling just being, but then it was a bit of a mission finding it, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was a weird place that we just booked on. We got it so cheap as well. It was like, I can't even remember how much it was, but I think it was around about $20 a night or something, wasn't it? And that included
with breakfast
as well.
Yeah.
And
it was perfect.
Yeah.
And they were a bit worried about us when we got there. Like, we didn't think you were coming.
Yeah. And we're like, no, we rode here. And that's
there's our name.
Yeah.
Joseph
Stuart Joseph Summer. And then
back down to the convenience store to get some beers.
Yeah, and some dinner. It was actually quite a good convenience store. This one had lots of food.
I remember. I think I went with Joe's
Premium Mall.
We're channeling a bit of the kindergarten kids doing their itadakimasu before they eat their meals.
Oh, how good was it? And just to have a shower and a bath.
Yeah.
And they had like the proper bath house in there where you could have a nice...
That was interesting. We both finished on that shot as well for the day.
Yeah.
Me blowing a kiss, fading to black.
And this is Kama planning the trip. He was a navigator, as we said before.
Yeah.
So
It was really difficult though, because again, you can't be looking at your screen while you're riding, and so you have to kind of memorize about 3 or 4 moves ahead.
now today is the section where we actually go through the forest that Logan Paul was
yes.
controversial about. We didn't know about any of that, did we, at the time? Well, I didn't. You may have.
Well, it hadn't happened there.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that there was a so-called suicide forest in the Mt Fuji area, but I didn't realize they were going through it.
Yeah, there they are. They were so friendly, and after we had a good chat, they were our best mates.
Yeah.
And this shot here, I had a gimbal, which I just
that's right. We put your phone on the gimbal.
Yeah, and we were so happy to use that.
Yeah.
So look, we're doing like the
Because that was a really
shots.
nice part of the ride, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Around the lake there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tourist area where people get like those little swan boats. And
That's
stuff.
right, with the pedals, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a pity we couldn't see Fuji that day. Well, that morning.
That morning, yeah. And this was another mistake. We went down the wrong road again. But
Well, not yet. Not yet.
not yet.
No. The first mistake is where we see those monkey bikes.
Oh yeah.
We should have turned there and followed the monkey bikes.
This is our first downhill. We thought, oh yeah, we got some downhill, but no, we hadn't. It was nothing. It just ended immediately. But we were appreciative of it. Oh, here we go. So this is where we lost again. See?
Yeah. This is all blurring into one place though.
Yeah.
It's
Now we got lost quite a few times, but there we go.
Here we go.
Monkey
We should have
bikes.
turned here and followed those bikes, but we just kept going downhill instead.
Oh, this is the time we got lost major. That was just a
But
little.
you know, the point is, if we would have kept going along this road, we would have been fine.
Oh really?
Yeah.
When did you figure that out? Did you go back and have when you were doing
Well,
the edit?
when I was doing that edit, which you see later on,
Yeah.
the lost sequence,
And I'm giving
and
you
Joe
shit.
was like, "Yeah, you liked giving me criticizing me, but you didn't want to take on the responsibility, did you?"
No, oh look, I only criticised you on camera. To be fair,
Yeah.
there was no criticising happening off camera. It was all for.
We also talk about here, I think soon, about the koyo, the autumn leaves. But
Yeah.
the funny thing was that was a bit of an inside joke between you and me, because we'd only learned that word like very, very recently.
This bit here is probably one of my strongest memories from the trip. I remember going down that
uphill
exact
section.
hill because I remember I had to throw the GoPro in the basket, and it was just bouncing around everywhere because it was going too fast, and I had to have my hand on the handlebars to have the brakes.
Yeah.
And this dog,
I cut to Kama's edit.
Moo Moo.
You'll see two things here. You'll see that I've given the dog subtitles, and I also blurred her face, just because I don't think she knew that she was on camera. So just to be sure, I thought I'd just blur her face.
Oh,
This
was a
part
good
I
shot
really
as
like.
well. Yeah,
The colours are just right with the lighting and
and
everything.
the gimbal shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that. Oh, this bit. Yeah, this was a
There weren't many bits where I walked, and that shot doesn't make it look steep at all.
No. Blowy's edit. This is funny here because we went and had some lunch at the ski resort, and I purchased an ice cream because it was so hot and it was just so delicious, but I was giving Kama shit for being a vegan because there are no vegan options in this vending machine.
An ice cream, that reminds me of a Swami drinking custard after the skate. Like it's not exactly, it wouldn't even be refreshing anyway.
No, it was.
You know, cool,
We haven't
cool
realised.
refreshing drink.
We haven't realised yet that we're lost, have we?
No, we got no idea.
No, and we're going the
No
wrong way
idea.
here.
Uh,
We're oblivious to it. We're going, oh yum, look at this.
yeah,
We've got so far to go still. We're
like that huge hill that we just went up. We didn't have to go up there at all.
no.
But I mean, it was nice to see that spot. That was quite interesting.
I reckon they would have
Yes.
had to change the brake pads after when we took the bikes back, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't even see. That would have been an interesting thing to have a look at. I love these GoPro in the vending machine shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's you with your
Green
ice
tea,
cream.
ice cream, yum.
I like that shot as well, and this one as well.
That's what I used for my intro shot, that one.
Yeah.
That was done with the Nikon.
So this is my my sequence I did. This was really difficult, so I just said, okay, I'm gonna have to do an explainer here because it's too complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried. This was good. This explainer. This when I saw your version, I'm like, oh yeah, well done, Kama.
Well, I mean, look at you have to see it all out there as well, don't you?
Do you know why I didn't do a explainer? Because I still didn't understand.
Because it wasn't pooled vision.
No, I didn't understand. I was like, I don't know where we actually went.
You didn't actually know where we went wrong.
Well, I know. Yeah, it's just I wasn't looking at the maps, so I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It would have been good if we had like Strava or something to track our.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but back then we didn't have. We had to save our battery in our phones as well, and
yeah,
there are lots of things at stake here, weren't there? We didn't have lights. Oh, we had lights, but if you use them, it uses up a lot more energy.
This guy was super interesting.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm trying to keep it short and punchy. So as much as I like this dude collecting mushrooms in the forest, I just thought, no, I'm going to cut him out. But the slow edit is very good. He's the kind of color you want.
I think he told us as well that you couldn't go through, didn't he? He's like, maybe you got to go back. Yeah. A few burnouts, drifting. After doing all that uphill stuff, we did get a good downhill run, and we bloody earned it as well. Oh, we earned it, yeah. Yeah, this was good.
But
it was bittersweet because we knew we'd just ridden up that section, and so now we're just going down the exact section that we rode. So
yeah, and I was like, I want to get back to Fuji by dark.
Yeah. I like that shot.
This is where we do one corner, then stop, and then get the camera ready for the next person.
Yeah.
Alternating bends, basically.
Yeah, so it would have been more enjoyable if we could have just rode down the whole thing, but...
And had like a camera
person. And see, we're doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And we're doing the... That ended up being a bit of the...
Yeah, a few viewers actually still do that to me, like when it's a kind of inside joke.
Yeah.
This guy was impressed with us, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he's another guy that I could have talked to for longer, but we're like, no, we've got to go. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did a bit of a time lapse.
Yeah, no, there are a few little time lapses here and there.
Yeah, we were into time lapses at this point. It's something I've got to use more. I forget to do time lapses.
Yeah.
You need time.
They're really good for segues and things as well.
Yeah.
This, I think, that bit just before, that's where the suicide forest was.
Oh, yeah. This is the time lapse.
Yeah. Done with your gimbal. And this bit, best downhill riding I've ever done in my life, because it was just such a long stretch.
Yeah, how good was it?
Pretty much. I don't think it was quite 30 Ks, but maybe 25 Ks. And we were flying down that first hill anyway.
And as it says there, that we saw the guy 5 kilometres before, and we're like, went past him. And he was on a motorbike, and we were on Mamachari, so... That's how fast we were going.
That's one time I thought we probably should have had helmets on there. Like, I wasn't expecting to go that fast on this trip.
Yeah, but we didn't have helmets, did we? So.
No. But even this, so this is when it's starting to flatten a little bit, but it was still pretty much downhill.
Yeah, it was good. We knew that we were on the end here.
Yeah.
I think once we started going downhill on that section, we're like, yeah, cool. We've got an easy ride back.
My bum was so sore at that point.
And this is our hotel checking into. It's a kind of interesting hotel, this one as well, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. The hostel, it was it was a really nice youth hostel.
It was another cheap one as well. You can find some good cheap places over there. You just got to look.
It was really clean and but modern as well.
And then
I was a bit disappointed that our friend wasn't there.
Yeah, this is us returning the bikes because the bikes are actually at the restaurant. So we had.
And they're lucky that we were honest, because normally when you borrow the bike, you have to put a deposit down. And so when we returned the keys, they gave to give us money. And we said, no, we didn't pay a deposit. If we were dishonest, we would have taken that cash.
Yeah.
But luckily, it was Kama and Blowy.
Kama and Blowy, yeah. And there's my salaryman samurai shirt.
Yeah.
And what's this?
That was a good idea to have that. Yeah. I think that was a good way to give closure.
Yeah. And this is with the Fuji, with the Nikon, sorry. We got this shot.
Yeah. And Fuji is in the background, even though you can't really see it.
You can, yeah, to the right. You can see it a little bit there. It was a bit...
Yeah. It was very faint, but
yeah.
It was,
and we went to this little shrine or whatever it is.
Yeah, that had a nice little pond and everything, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the bridge.
Yeah. And then we'll finish
That's
it
the
off.
end. But I've actually tacked some footage on the end.
Do you want me to put the volume up for this, Kama?
Yeah, why not?
Right.
Because it hasn't been seen anywhere else.
I'm at Shin Fuji Station. I've come a couple of days before our big trip to try to get some mamacharis. Mamacharis? They are mamacharis.
So
They are mamacharis.
they are mamacharis.
So this is unedited, just basically placed in order.
The local visitor centre has lent me a bicycle so I can go and check out these different places to find a bike. I've checked out one that was a bit expensive. They were all brand new. I'm looking for an old crappy bike. Nothing fancy.
You said the local visitor centre lent you one. Imagine if we borrowed
These
it.
bikes are free to use, but they
The problem
are only
was
for
they
daily
didn't
use,
use it for
not
a whole
multi-days.
day, like you couldn't borrow it overnight.
But it's a good bike. Okay, this is my second stop. I think it's going to be pretty expensive here. I think that'll be brand new bikes. Not exactly what I'm looking for. No luck there. They only had...
So we're talking about purchasing a bike at the start. Like when we're...
If we had to, yeah.
If we had to, we wanted to find out how cheap it was for the cheapest ones, but they were too expensive. Do you remember what we paid, Kama, for the hire? Was it like about $20 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
It was reasonable.
And the purchase was over $100, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Expensive,
you check out all the
power-driven.
places that I... Like in Osaka, I've seen places where you can get second-hand ones for like 3,500 yen.
Yeah.
So I was hoping, but I wasn't confident there would be something there like that. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case.
Mamacharis. They were going to cost me about $800. No, thank you.
You said $800. I think you meant 800.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
luck there.
That
no
one
luck
had special
there.
ones, I think.
Time to go all the way up here.
Like power
It's a
assisted
recycle
ones.
shop, so it should be...
Now, do you know you came down here to do the reconnaissance mission?
Yeah.
Did
yeah.
you have a JR pass or something? Or
Yeah, I had a JR pass.
okay.
I think I was on my way to Tokyo, so I just stopped there on the way up.
Can't really see it. Oh, Fuji's up there behind all those clouds. Okay, I'm at shop number 3 now. It's a second-hand shop. Doesn't look promising. It looks like it's more clothes and bags, accessories, etc. But I'll have a look. Okay, so they don't have any there, but apparently the next place I'm going to is a place that sells second-hand bikes. So looks like I could be in luck. Okay, I wasn't quite in luck. I just went to this place behind me. The cheapest they've got is over $200.
$200. Wow.
So I'm not sure I might have to buy one in Tokyo. But
Yeah, I can't hear any of this.
options
So.
left. I'll go and have a look.
Yeah, so you're saying you might have to buy one in Tokyo.
That was a really good bike, actually.
Was
The
it?
next place, I think you'll agree, has an extremely funny name. But I'm not sure if they'll have any bikes.
Can you hit pause just for a second?
There it
Hang on
is.
and see what the name is. There we go. You said it's got a funny name. Hard off.
Yeah. So I went to that visitor center, and the lady was there, and she greeted me in English, saying, "Oh, would you like some information about Mount Fuji?" I said, "Oh, no." I started speaking in Japanese to her, and that was already rare for her. But then my request that came after that was even rarer for her.
Hashtag
I said, look,
white guy speaks Japanese.
yeah. So surprised. No. But anyway, and so I was asking her about how do I get this mamachari just for 2 days? What's the best option here? Like, is there a place that hires them, or is there a place I can buy it cheap and then sell it back, or what would be your best option? And she's like, whoa, no one's ever asked me this before.
Wow,
so she remembered, and in the end, she gave me that bike and gave me the map, and I kind of scribbled down all the different places where they had shops. But afterwards, I took it all back and thanked her and everything. And she said, "Oh, good luck." And so then after the video, I sent her a link because she must have given me a business card or something. So I sent her a link and she goes, "Oh yeah, of course I remembered you. That doesn't happen every day that someone comes in looking for a mamachari on which to circle Mount Fuji."
For 2 days?
And yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, people get them for 1 day, but 2 days, that's outrageous.
But Hard Off didn't have any bikes either.
Okay.
There's Hard Off.
Hard Off.
Unfortunately, no used bicycles at Hard Off. I'm gonna have to try something else. Okay, there's another bicycle shop up there. Fingers crossed. Not sure that they've got second-hand bikes, but let's see. Maybe they're saving the best for last for me. I've still got one more if this fails.
Are you just filming this with your phone? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, these two are the cheapest.
See, I think this was the best deal I found.
But I still
memory.
buy them back off us, even if they're in decent condition. So, this is open from 10 a.m. on Saturday. Okay, so it looks like there's a cycle corner in here. It's just a matter of how much do these things cost. Okay, they didn't really have any at the price that I wanted.
None at the price that you wanted.
Alright. So part of me was thinking of using this footage in my edit, but I thought, actually, no, that's not really cool because we agreed to do it with the pool vision.
Pool vision, yeah.
Yeah. And having all this extra stuff I thought was a bit unfair. And up until now, I didn't know what to do with it.
There you go. We got to use it. There you go, that's the end. Let's find a good... Yeah, we'll pause it on that frame there. This guy was so good at it. He, like, in the this was in Tokyo. I saw the guy and he was just going off with his hands.
Was there a crowd like gathered around him?
No, no one cared. No one cared. He must have.
I often see them though. You see people there who are just an expert at different. Like I saw a guy who there was a drumming game, you know, that had the big taiko drums.
Yeah.
And he came up to the thing, put his money in, and he pulled out his backpack and he pulled out his own drumsticks.
No, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
like, no,
guy,
I don't trust these.
Oh, is this guy the one? Did he have gloves on? One of the guys had like... No, this guy doesn't.
Aren't they?
No, he does have gloves on, yeah, see? They're white gloves, you can see. He had his own special gloves for playing the game. Because you could get better slip on it.
Dance Revolution as well, you see a few
pros at that.
Perfectionists.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, let's wrap this up. We made it round Mount Fuji, and it was an awesome holiday / adventure, and we've got to think of something to do next, but we kind of with COVID and stuff we've weren't able to do anything, but yeah, we've got some good ideas in the pipeline, so once they borders do open up again, stay tuned.
And the thing I liked about that one was that it was all human powered. Like we had to use our own power and wits to get around, and no one else. I've never met anyone else who's done that around Mount Fuji on the Mamachari.
Yeah,
and that doesn't have that many views on YouTube, either of our videos. But all the feedback I've got from people who have watched it, they've really enjoyed it, and like these kind of jokes about the going down the hill and everything, like they continue to this day.
Yeah. But that was it was coming from the heart. It was
That's right.
Pure passion, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, and it did feel good going down those hills on the Mamachari.
It did,
especially after all the uphill work that we'd earned every single one of those rides.
We had, but yeah, like I mentioned at the start, follow us on YouTube. Kama and Blowy, or we've both got our individual channels as well, which the videos are on. But all future dual Kama and Blowy trips will be on this this channel. So
Yeah.
Anything else to say from you, Kama?
No, I think that's about it for now.
Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. And,
Yeah.
See you later.
G'day, I'm Kama.
And I'm Blowy.
It's the Kama and Blowy Show.
Kama and Blowy, Kama and Blowy, walking and